Namaste. Today I would like to talk about yogic practice called Kapalabhati or Kapalabhati. Why do we practice it? What are the main benefits and counterindications? And what is the technique of Kapalabhati or Kapalabhati? Kapala in Sanskrit means the skull, and Bhala means the forehead. And the second part of the word Kapalabhati or Kapalabhati is Bhati, which means luster, lumen or shine. So it is a shining skull practice done through the abdominal, short, quick breathing. Skull will shine as a result of this practice according to the scripture. This practice is one of the Shat Karma or 6 acts of cleansing practices of yoga, also called kriya. Again, the scripture says that it should be mastered before further pranayama is attended. Main yogic pranayama is called nadi shodhana. It's practiced with kumbhaka or retention of the breath, which is balancing subtle channels through alternate nostril breathing. Western students often struggle with nadi shodhana since there is no full-on Kapalabhati or Kapalabhati in place. While success of nadi shodhana depends on how much of CO2 we'll expel on the first place. This is what we actually learn in Kapalabhati, that lower abdominal, short, quick breathing, which is vigorous while all tissues vibrate. The list describing benefits of Kapalabhati is probably the longest of all. So first is the most important kriya or cleansing practice of yoga, getting rid of kapha, of phlegm. For example, if you start coughing during the practice, that's great. It's kapha releasing. Kapalabhati enriches the blood with O2, eliminates CO2, making blood more alkaline. There's no risk of hyperventilation in Kapalabhati since CO2 buildup in body doesn't happen due to the strong, forceful exhalation. Kapalabhati also massages, rebalances, and purifies, awakens the brain, make it vibrate at the high frequency. It also said to cleanse the lungs and improve our respiratory function, getting waste out of the brain. It may help asthma and emphysema, but should never practice at the times of the attack. It can be good for bronchitis, for tuberculosis, but the same comment, not in the active stages. Kapalabhati improves the abdominal organs' functions. It can have a powerful effect on pancreatic function, on the insulin production, diabetes, and the imbalances of blood sugar. Also, Kapalabhati is said to balance metabolic syndrome, which manifests in extra weight around the belly, in high blood sugar, high cholesterol, and fat tissues in liver and gallbladder. Another interesting benefit of Kapalabhati is that it activates the dead space in the lower lobes of our lungs, which is the primary waste remover of the fat, of the toxic waste, of the CO2. Most of the people breathe about 26,000 times a day, and very rare of us breathe into the lower lobes. In Kapalabhati, when we force out the air into the brain chemistry, this act access the dead space and one breathes into it and waste can go out. Also, Kapalabhati improves Mulha Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha if practiced properly in the very lower abdominal area, lower transverse abdomen. It awakens chakras, our psychoenergetic centers that forming the major organs of the prana body. Though the list of benefits is quite long, the list of counterindications is not short either. It's not the practice for everyone. So main counterindication would be high blood pressure, unless you are on medications and feel stable, steady, healthy. Retina problems, glaucoma. If there are frequent nosebleeds, dizziness. The heart diseases would be a counterindication as well. Any severe respiratory conditions, active bronchitis, pneumonia. If there is hernia, any uterus problem, endometriosis, any inflammation in the abdominal organs. when your pitta dosha is aggravated, which is gall, humor with the qualities of fat, hot, pungent, liquid. So we still can practice it, but much shorter and softer. So now a few words about the technique. Position we take for kriya is one of the 5 major asanas for pranayama and kriya, the best being padmasana, but all the others will work as well. Thorax is in a position of a complete inhalation, so it's raised, you're like a pigeon. Shoulders are steady and heavy, relaxed. We work only with the lower transverse abdominals, that space below the navel, not above. We only breathe through the nose. Throat is not constricted, there is no ujjayi breath. We have an active, vigorous exhalation and passive inhalation. We isolate exhale from inhale. Your exhale is short, your inhale is long, about 1:4 ratio. Again, we contract the low abdominals on the exhalation and then we relax. It's very important to bring all the focus, all your attention on the lower abdominals, lower transverse abdominis. Do not include the diaphragm and all the upper body. Diaphragm must be relaxed. It interdigitates with the heart, and we don't want any panic attacks in us or in our students. We have to relax abdominals straight away on the inhalation and let it just inhale naturally. If we have some coughing, just cough it out and continue on. That's kapha being released. Also recommended to use metronome to make the practice really precise and increase it slowly. We start with the first 50 strokes per round of 30 beats per minute, and then we increase to 30 strokes, doing 3 rounds and little breaks in between from 30 to 60 seconds, further decreasing the breaks completely. And success depends on the vigor and oscillation of the stroke, not on the frequency. Shall we give it a try? So for today, I'll be your metronome, and we'll do slow strokes, paying attention on the quality of the movement below the navel. Again, chest high, lift the chest, relax the shoulders. You can bring the chin a little bit more in. And on the exhalation, when I give a sign, we pull abdominals in and straight away relax. So let's go for it. Inhale, long and fine, and exhale in, exhale in, exhale, relax, exhale, relax, exhale, relax. Exhale, let go, exhale, let go. Keep on going. Lift the chest, don't collapse, don't round. Explosive exhale through the nose, long inhale. So you can take a rest. Just remember that your lower abdominals are working more or less as a tennis ball which hits the wall. That's your exhalation. So contraction of the lower abdominals are really fast, really sharp, really strong and vigorous. And then inhalation is all this tennis ball is going away really slow. So exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale is a count of 1, inhale is count of 4. So it's really long and passive. So give it a try and see how it goes. That's just the beginning of the practice. As a little summary of this video, this kriya, Kapalabhati, is the main kriya cleansing practice of yoga. The benefits of it are outnumbering most of the yogic practices, but knowing counterindications is very important. So we don't do it when we shouldn't, and we don't offer it to all our students without differentiating. Success of Kapalabhati depends on the vigor, oscillation of the strokes, on the quality, not on the frequency, not on this little unqualitative movement. So good luck with your pranayama practice with this kriya, and always welcome to join me online or in my pranayama meditation courses in West Sussex in Horsham at my studio, Irena's Yoga Horsham. Thank you very much and namaste.